According to what I've heard, the world is round. But is that really true? Earth might have the shape of rock candy.
Rock candy.
Like that spiky lump of sugar your grandma would wrap in a tissue. But I don't really know for sure. It's not like I've actually seen the shape of the Earth. In the same way, I've never actually seen most things that are considered common knowledge. Common knowledge in what we take for granted. We base our lives around such uncertain things. Well, not that it matters for me. I mean, my world isn't even big enough to worry about stuff like the shape of the Earth or common knowledge. In fact, it's pretty small. So small that it's actually a little funny. This is my world. This two-bedroom apartment that I live in is my world. My life doesn't extend beyond these walls. But it's not like I'm a shut-in or anything.
Ow.
I am actually imprisoned inside this room. My name is Komaru Naegi.
Wait,
I'm a
Naegi?
completely normal high school girl who lives an abnormal daily life.
That girl's a Makoto sis.
All right! Let me out! Let me out of here! Hey! Jeez, you... Ever since my imprisoned life began, this pointless defiance became my morning routine. But it was only at the beginning that I was seriously crying and yelling. been a year and a half since my imprisoned life began. Phew. Can you believe it? A year and a half! So long that I've become completely used to this life. It's frightening how well humans can adapt. I've learned that firsthand through this imprisonment. But it's not like I've completely given up, of course. If I had, I wouldn't do things like change my uniform every morning. I just don't want to get my hopes up too much. Because through this imprisonment, I've learned too much about the horrifying despair that always follows hope. Huh? Jeez, it's finally breakfast! It's about time, I'm starved in here! But anyway, about this whole imprisonment. Unfortunately, even I, the victim, have no clue whatsoever. Ever since I've been taken by strange people into this strange place, I wanted Japanese style this morning. Receiving meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is the only communication I have with the outside. I haven't seen the culprit's face or even heard their voice. I still don't even know why I'm imprisoned here. But regardless of how abnormal and unfair the situation is, this is my world and my daily life now, so it can't be helped. See? Sucks, right? My story ended before it even began. It's not like I still have hope that something sudden will happen after all this time. Huh? What? What happened? Could it be? Did someone come to rescue me? Please, save me! I'm trapped in here! I'm begging you! Please, save me! I don't want to live this life anymore! Please, open the door!
Okay. Hello. Maybe that's the
Wait! What? What's going on? Get away from me!
I have no clue what is going on. I have no clue what is going on.
Where's the elevator? Why is there a fire? I can't get through! A bear? A black and white bear? What should I do? What should I do? Someone help me! Hurry! Come on,
It's like boy.
You must be Komaru Naegi. Future Foundation 14th Division, Byakuya Togami.
Which boy?
Don't get the wrong idea and start crying. I'm not the one who imprisoned you here. Actually, I'm here to rescue you.
Huh?
Future Foundation received intel that a captive was imprisoned somewhere inside this building.
Future Foundation?
I'm a little confused about the graphics.
It would appear that intel was correct. However, what is the meaning of this? What are all these vermin Monokumas doing here?
Monokuma?
No matter how you look at it, the timing is just too perfect. Just as we show up, a riot breaks out. No, they must have known we were coming.
A riot?
Perhaps the intel itself was a trap to lure us here.
What do you mean, riot? What, and that black and white bear thing back there, what was that? What's going on?
So you don't even know Monokuma? That kind of ignorance. He was just like that the first time I met him.
Him?
You really don't know anything, do you? I guess I'll tell you. But it will have to wait. Now's no time for talk.
Huh?
Ugh.
There's no end to them! Bring it on!
More of them! What should I do?
Should? Do you really have an option other than run?
Shoot them.
It's a hacking gun developed by Future Foundation. It shoots program codes with electromagnetic waves. It appears to be effective against these Monokumas,
Oh, hello.
though you should have discerned that from the test shot. Read the operation instructions included with the gun. You're on your own from here.
What? What do you mean?
You can run, can't you? I'm busy now. Now that I've seen these annoying bears, I can't just leave them be.
Run? But where would I go?
A member of Future Foundation is on standby at the restaurant across the street. Hurry up and go! You're just in the way here.
There it is! What is going on? Help! Someone help me!
I recognize that hairdo.
Welcome.
That must be the restaurant of that guy.
A table for one? Huh?
Bear attack!
A bear?
Bears! Bears everywhere!
Miss, now
Call the
please.
military! Paramedics! Hurry! If we don't hurry!
Miss, please keep your voice down. You're disturbing the other customers.
Who cares about that? Hurry!
All right, fine. Please, just be
excuse me,
quiet,
ma'am.
okay?
One order of...
Relax and stay calm. I'm hungry. Hello? Police? Some suspicious girl is...
Hasbro's luck.
Emergency! Riots are breaking out all over Toa City! Take refuge immediately! I repeat, citizens of Toa City, take refuge!
You say that, but what should I do? They're gonna find me.
You know what you have to do.
I gotta escape. I gotta get out of here.
Yes. Do it. Ugh. So WSD, right button, left button, F. Great. Got it.
This makes no sense. Why is this happening? This gun is amazing.
Agreed.
I'm definitely gonna get out of here. They're dead. They're all dead. What's with this hair? Jeez, enough already.
Die, people, die.
Someone, save me! What is this?
Huh?
Huh? Who's there? It's the TV.
Bum! I'm a zombie! I'm gonna eat ya! Oh no, please don't eat me!
Hey, Masaru, do zombies really say rawr like that? I'm really having trouble getting past that, you know?
Kids.
Who cares? I told you, style is important for this kind of thing. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat you. Please don't eat me. Please don't violate me. Please don't humiliate me. Kitty porn is a no-no. Wait. Hey, play with
What are these kids doing with that body?
Hey, what are you doing? Be more serious.
Didn't I tell you this broadcast was important? This is the Warriors of Hope's keynote address.
Jeez, what are you so mad about? Oh wait, I bet you want to play zombie too, huh, Nagisa?
Stop that! Don't come over here!
Please stop!
Come on, stop!
Citizens of Toa City, nice to meet you. We are the Warriors of Hope. We are the masters of Mr. Monokuma. This town, this dirty, lame, worthless, pathetic, good-for-nothing town that's nothing more than a penal colony for filthy criminals. It is on this site that we've decided to build a paradise of children, for children, by children. And therefore, all of you adults will no longer be needed. Goodbye!
Pass this. Yes.
Around a year and a half ago, a certain incident completely changed the
Are
world.
they really the Warriors?
Apparently, the origin of the incident was a student movement at a certain school, but the school covered it up. So it was too late when the world finally realized. It grew out of control, becoming a monster that swallowed the entire world. It couldn't have just been some riot or student protest. It had to be something far deeper. That much should be obvious. It did come from Hope's Peak Academy, after all.
Yeah.
Eventually, the incident grew so much in strength and scale that it threw the world into despair. Theft, arson, brutality, murder. The violent crime rate went off the charts. Violence spawned revenge, which fueled more violence, driving the crime rate even higher. Before long, a global war broke out. A war not for land or ideals, but only for the sake of war.
Society fell.
A war that tainted the world with despair. But even with all this evil and chaos, I had complete faith in my world. And even when it felt like I was falling, I kept believing. It's still okay. It's all right. Then, I found out that 7 of my classmates had died suspiciously. I fell further still. But even then, I kept telling myself. But the realization that it was too late came to me like the ground rushing up to break my fall. A group of men I had never seen before broke into my house and separated me from my family. The world I had been living in up to that moment collapsed.
So that's how that
Everything changed. And since that horrible and unjust imprisonment, a year and a half passed. I was supposed to be a normal high school girl,
happened.
but instead, I became a complacent prisoner. And what was waiting for me at the end of that despair was a despair even deeper, even worse. There's no use in keeping hope. That's what I was forced to realize. Once again. Why is this happening? If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have stayed in my room forever. I gotta run. That's right. That Byakuya guy said that someone is supposed to be here, right? They're supposed to be here.
Can we find them?
That suit. It's the same as that Byakuya guy's. Are you alright?
Who are you? You shouldn't be here. Hurry up and run.
You're from Future Foundation, right?
How did you know?
I was told by a guy named Byakuya Togami to meet you here.
Could you be? Are you a captive? Go to the park. Head through this door and go straight down the road. There should be a Future Foundation helicopter there. Hurry, go.
But what about you?
Hurry. You gotta get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Over here. I'll take you all on.
I'm so sorry.
It's in ruins.
Makoto's okay. Not sure about
Are you people from Future Foundation? This guy called Byakuya Togami said that you guys could rescue me.
What is your name?
Komaru. It's Komaru Naegi.
Looks like that information about a captive in this town was correct.
So, where is Byakuya Togami? Is he safe?
He told me to run, so I haven't seen him since.
I see. I can't reach him, so I thought he might be in danger. But then again, this is Byakuya Togami we're talking about. I'm sure he can handle himself.
But there was someone from Future Foundation getting attacked in the restaurant back there! Please, you have to go save him!
Understood. I'll go back for him.
I hope he can make it in time.
What exactly is going on here? I still have no idea what's happening.
the expressive.
I don't know who you are, or where I am, or anything!
I see. Well, we don't have much time, so I'll give you the short version. First off, we're from an organization called Future Foundation. We're trying to help the world recover from the incident. You know what I'm referring to?
Incident?
It's behind your imprisonment. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. It was more than just an incident. It shook the foundations of society to the core. And it wasn't just one. Various incidents broke out all over the world. And then the war. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history includes that, too. Because of all of this, the world just crumbled. But in all that chaos, Future Foundation is trying the best we can to bring hope back to this world.
Oh, and as for this town...
Are you alright? Are you following?
Yeah. It's just a lot to take in, that's all. It's hard to hear.
I'm sorry, but you need to know. This town is an island off the coast and controlled by a powerful IT corporation. It's commonly called Towa City. Towa City used to just be a nickname, but now it's what everyone calls it.
Ever since the government stopped functioning due to the tragedy, Towa Group and their cutting-edge technology are running the show here.
Towa Group is a corporation that played a huge role in rebuilding the world. Ever since the tragedy, air pollution has made a lot of the planet uninhabitable. But Towa Group developed an air purifier that can clean massive quantities of air at a time. They invented it only 3 months after the safety order to stay indoors was given. Even after all this time, people all over the world are still clamoring for it.
But the clean air isn't the only thing that draws people to this town. Because of Towa Group's influence, this city has suffered far less damage than others.
Because it's relatively unaffected by the incident, it's of special interest to us.
But this kind of riot going on in Towa City, this is something we never anticipated.
So it's a riot? Why is something like this happening?
Honestly, even we have no clue whatsoever about what's happening here. Where those Monokumas came from, why they're attacking the city, and that broadcast by those creepy kids. None of it makes any sense at all.
The only thing we know for sure is that something horrible is happening here.
We need to get more intel, but our priority is to escape. We need to leave, at least for now.
Yeah, you're right. We need to hurry and escape. We'd probably get killed in a place like this. And I want to see my family again. It's been so long.
Oh, about your family.
Hold it. What was that? Do you hear that?
What? You're what?
Is that singing?
Oh no.
Over there!
A kid?
Get back!
This way! Get on!
Hey, can you hear me?
Wait, I think I know that.
Are you okay? You look completely exhausted.
Oh God.
Who are you?
Me? Oh, my name's not really important. After all, I'm just a lowly servant. I had heard this town would be safe, so I came here to seek refuge. Then, the riots. And on top of that, I get captured by them. I've seriously got no luck at all. But because I pleaded for my life, they allowed me to live as their servant. I'm being rude. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. Either you truly are completely exhausted, or you're simply afraid to wake up and face reality. You were asleep a full 2 days.
A full 2 days?
A full 2 days. More than enough time for the world to change completely. Yes, even our world can change just that quickly. Like a watercolor painting caught in the rain.
Stupid one-ear freak.
But you're more concerned about yourself than the world right now, correct? You're wondering what's to become of you now that you're trapped here in this place.
What's going to happen to me? Huh?
Apologies. Your reaction was so normal. Apologies. Your reaction was so normal. Apologies. Your reaction was so normal. Apologies. Well, no need to be depressed about it. And the only one capable of empathizing with common, boring people is a common, boring person like yourself. So that's why you pass.
What are you talking about?
Well, that is just my personal opinion. It doesn't matter to them at all. Which means I'll need you to take a proper test.
A test?
But before that, I'll return this to you.
The hacking gun!
I borrowed it from you without permission. Sorry. But I absolutely had to analyze its capabilities.
So we have to come back.
It sure is an amazing little machine. A device that forcibly hacks machines by shooting program codes with electromagnetism. However, it was a bit too powerful. I made a few modifications for game balance purposes.
Did you just break a fourth wall?
Game balance?
Oh, no need to worry. You'll have the opportunity to upgrade it later.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I understand how you feel, but it's about time you started the... If you can safely make it all the way to where everyone is waiting, you pass.
Everyone?
You'll meet them when you get there. However, even after you meet everyone, be sure to keep that gun of yours a secret. If you don't want to die, that is.
I don't like you.
I'll be going on ahead.
I'm trusting you.
What the heck?
Okay. So.
It's unlocked. But I'm scared.
Okay, so aim for the red eye. Got it.
There it is again. The gun. It's weaker. Is this the game balance that guy was talking about?
So I have my points down. That's interesting. Where do go that way. Got it.
Did I just get locked in?
Yes.
Go up to the room past the stairs?
Yes, you have. Somehow haven't lost any lives yet. So that's good. Oh, it's those kids again.
You're those kids! The kids who were on TV!
Oh man! I'm famous! I'd autograph your back anytime!
I can only write using a chisel, but if you don't mind that, I can sign your back too.
We accept presents as well. I'm always in the mood for sweets. However, salty flavors are no good. Those disgusting tastes are never worth putting in your mouth.
I want to drive a train someday, but can't. I want to go inside a chimney.
Welcome, big sis. I'm so happy you came, Meow.
Meow? Wait. Meow?
Oh, that's right. Big sis doesn't know us yet. Well, I guess we should start with introduction.
Alright, let's start with me, the leader. I'm the leader of the Warriors of Hope, hero class. I'm the super duper leader that unites the Warriors of Hope with a bang! Masaru Daimon! My special subject was PE, so they called me Lil Ultimate PE. I'm the PE king who can do every exercise ever. Running non-stop 24/7 365 is easy as pie. Oh, I almost forgot! My job in the Warriors of Hope is the hero. And as hero and the leader, I'm gonna be the new ruler of this town! I always give 100%. My favorite class was gym, so they called me Lil Ultimate PE. Aha! A hero, the leader, and the Lil Ultimate PE! I even impressed myself.
You're far too boastful to be a leader. A true leader is
But I am the leader! We all agreed on it!
All he did was win rock, paper, scissors.
Doesn't matter! I'm still the leader! I won, so I'm the leader!
Fine, fine. You're the leader. Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am the sage, Nagisa Shingetsu. I am the vice leader of sorts. During my time at Hope's Peak Elementary, I was known as Little Ultimate Social Studies. My name is Nagisa Shingetsu. When I attended elementary school, I was known as Little Ultimate Social Studies. Of course, social studies is but one area of my I was labeled Little Ultimate Social Studies, and I suppose I am a babysitter of sorts for the Warriors of Hope. Monica excluded.
Huh? Hope's Peak? You mean...
Why should that surprise you?
I didn't know there was an elementary school.
Such an ignorant woman. Anyway, who's next? Perhaps Jotaro?
Wait, before I go, what was I gonna say? I'm the priest, Jotaro Komori.
And you specialize in arts and crafts, making you Little Ultimate Art, correct? Moving on.
You said what I was gonna say. The whole thing. Oh, my chest itches. I wish I could scratch it raw, reach inside and scrape my nails on it.
Your speeches are always too long. It's like how an elephant's nose is so long. But then again, giraffe necks are long too. And also waiting for a plane takes too long, and spring break is too long? Well, anyway, don't worry about Jotaro. He's a latchkey kid. It made him a bit mental. It's not that I dislike latchkey kids, though. Some kids say they have magical powers. Isn't that awesome? You might get caught inside a magical parallel universe! Oh, sorry for the late introduction. My name's Kotoko Utsugi, and I play the role of fighter. I was called Little Ultimate Drama, but that was a long time ago, so I'll leave that part out. My favorite food is peeled chestnuts. My least favorite food is unpeeled chestnuts.
So all that makes a difference is whether or not